Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. I have a camera problem, so I'm working it out. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Krishna. Hare Krishna there. Hey, good morning. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Krishna Chaitanya, Tanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. Oh my God. Is this a dream? Is it this good? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Whew. Okay. Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhaktavinda. Instruction to the people by Prabodhananda to the Saraswati Thakur. Get ready. Oh, foolish people. Oh, foolish people. Please seek the path of Hari, pure Hari Bhakti. See? Seek the path of pure Hari Bhakti. Why does it say seek the path of pure Hari Bhakti? There must be a path of pure Hari Bhakti somewhere, huh? Yeah. But so few people know it. Hardly one, maybe only one. Teaching something else. Nobody's teaching seek the path of, no, you have to lift yourself up to it. Yeah. Please seek the path of Hari Bhakti. Yeah, that's the greatest instruction you can get. So what is that path? We need to say, okay, where is it? What is it? How do you get it? What's the process? And that's what we go over and over and over and over again. Why? Because we're talking to, foolish people. We're all foolish, man. That's the first realization. The best realization that any guru can get. I'm just a fool. Now you might be on the real path. You be a real guru, a real leader. Yeah, when I was chanting, I was thinking of this. I was thinking, Jesus said, I always like that verse, chapter 14, I think it is, or 15, in the book of John. I am the true vine. See? My Father is the gardener. See, I'm the true vine. I'm the true vine. That's so deep. Jesus saw that he has something rare. He saw that others didn't have it. Okay? And that's why he came up with the statement. He knew there was a lot of untrue vines laying around and people were grabbing onto, looking for shelter. You look for a tree for shelter, right? That's why they use the analogy. Let me grab onto this vine. See? Give me some shelter. And so I am the true vine. And then he says another thing, by their fruits they shall be known. See? So a lot of people don't know these statements are very important for Vaishnavas to understand. Because it's the same thing with this line here. It's you got to find the true vine, true branch, they call it in our lingo.
Thanks for using
the Vaishnava lingo. True branch. And you got to find where is the fruit. By their fruits they shall be known. Well, first the fruit develops into the devotee. And that's why you see when the fruit is this ecstatic love and it has its symptoms that you don't see in Vaishnavism. Now, you notice? You just don't see it except here. That's the fruit that, Lord, you see, that's the fruit you're reading about in Chaitanya Bhagavat and Chaitanya Charitamrita is what you see here. This kind of ecstatic worship. where you could see the name is really relishable. So relishable it brings tears and laughter to the heart and choking up of real signs of spontaneous love for that name, which is not different than Krishna and Radha. See, that's the fruit. And that's when Krishna appeared to Madhavendra Puri. Remember the story? And Krishna appeared, said, because of your ecstatic love. See, that's the fruit, this ecstatic devotion. Because of that, I'm going to appear and deliver the world. Okay? I'm going to appear. What's going to appear? The truth. Okay? These truths, the truths of the glories of devotion. See? And the glories of conclusive truth. You know, everything we're speaking here is conclusive truth. Why? Because of glorious fruit of bhakti, devotion. Inspires that. You know, even Krishna needs inspiration. See? Radha inspires him because she knows him so well. Because of devotion. See? He's inspired by that. He's inspired to do what? Oh, speak the truth. See? Oh, no wonder St. John. Boy, that St. John, that book is deep, man. In the beginning was the Word. The Word was with God. The Word was God. God, the incarnation of the Word, the inspired Word of God. See? Comes from the fruit of real love for that transcendental Lord. See? So this is what... This is, please seek the path of Hari Bhakti, means seek the devotee. See? That's why, again, Jesus says, I am the way, the life, and the truth. I am the truth. I am the way. See, person is the way. Person is the truth. See? I am the life. See, the person is the life. What life? Satchidananda. See, the Ananda, this devotion. See, Radha is appearing in that temple of that body of that person. Ooh, the conclusive understanding and real knowledge is coming from the mouth of that person. Okay? See, now you got God on the earth, man. The inspired word of God comes through his real devotee. That's why I like Rupa Goswami's work. That's why I like all devotees, Prabhupada, all these persons. Yeah, see? But this fruit is very important. If people want this is the real line. I mean, from Bhakti Vinod to Prabhupada was all working up to this. Otherwise, there's no meaning to their work. That's why Prabhupada was so blissed out when he came to me. This spontaneousness was happening. People were coming, getting ecstatic. Oh, yeah, has my approval, man. Has my approval. You're doing exactly what I want to do. More of this, man. See? Otherwise, there's no finish. If you don't do it, it's like you have a house. They're building the house. You think the house is built with Vaidhi Bhakti and Varnashram? Come on, man. You're building a house. Okay, foundation, maybe somewhat. But where's the finishing work? Yeah, that has to be done. That's being done now. Otherwise, your house is not finished, man. You're not complete, though. The work isn't complete. That's why devotees who attain love of God, now you feel complete. Now you know where to go. Now just worship in ecstasy, man. Communion with God. There's nothing. What else is beyond that? Why do they call it yoga? What is yoga? Really, is true meaning of yoga? Union with what? With putting your body in a pretzel? Okay, well, that might be good for health or something, but is that the union we're really looking for with the meaning of yoga? No, yoga means ultimate potential, which is union with a transcendental Lord, not union with the mode of goodness. And, oh, look, I'm having union with these rules. It's a little bit dry, isn't it? Wouldn't you say? I'm having union with this, this ceremony, man. Oh, it's so, I love the ceremony. Oh man, I just, ceremony. I met people like this in my work. I love being a Brahmin. Man, he was taking classes on how to do archana and all. He said, oh, I just love, just doing all these rituals. See, union with that. And he's okay, fine. Yeah. What Christians say. Oh, what makes you happy? What do you want? You see, what do you want? Yeah, so I just want to be a Brahmin, man. I want to learn how to, do all these ceremonies and but the dishes and I want to just do it just perfectly right, Okay, or whatever it is. I want to be a philosopher. I want to be a teacher. I want this. I want that. Okay, everyone wants this. See? But what are the acharyas like real? I mean, from the beginning and when they're really preaching, like they're just cutting through the mustard. No, Varnashram. I mean, you see the preaching of Prabodhananda, and he's saying, man, these guys can't, Varnashram Dharma is just like nothing, man, compared to the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. And we're making it such because you haven't had anybody preaching the real message, real substance that they preached 500 years ago. This book, it's all in this book. Okay? The substance, man, seek the path of Hari Bhakti. And then if you read the whole thing, you see, oh yeah, Hari Bhakti is the devotee, man, the real associate of the Lord that's reaped the fruit of ecstatic, intimate worship of God. See that person, you see the real path. Hear from that person, you hear about the real path. Be close to that person, you got the life of that ecstasy starts to manifest in you. And take away all your problems, all your issues, and replaces them with a lot of tissues. Hey, that was a nice poetic statement. Now, wouldn't you like to have a lot of, like these one lady, I'm in hell and all that? Just keep coming. And we'll replace your issues with a lot of these tissues. And you'll love crying for Krishna. It's the greatest thing in the world. Laughing, crying. It's just having an amazing time with the Lord. Yeah. Yeah, so, that's what, when I was in the Narayan Raj group, I don't want to be offensive. I just want to be real now, really honest, real. I think people need it. Oh, sorry about that. I didn't see you there. You're way down there. Okay, there you go. Yeah, it's just my experience, there, and so by their fruits, that's why Jesus said, by their fruits they shall know. Because a lot of Pharisees, they're all looking good and doing everything, and come on, man. The real fruit is the Spirit, fruit of the Spirit, the Holy Spirit. See, that's the beginning of understanding what's really important. That's Holy Spirit and Bhakti are related. Devotion and the Holy Spirit have a relationship. See? And Lord Chaitanya just fluffed that out and made it more clear how important devotion is. And what it is, and where it is, and how to get it quickly. Oh, the Christians, they're not clear. A lot of Christians, when I speak, one Christian yesterday, she was a Vaishnava and then turned to Christianity. It's just so superficial to me. Yeah, I'm sharing my inner experience, and all this, and she can't even understand nada. And just quotes verses to me. Oh, Jesus said, you don't have to chant. I said, I love to chant. Yeah, I love. Just no, Jesus said you don't have to chant. I said, hey, man, my inner experience, I love to chant. Oh, no. Jesus said this. I said, why do you have to invalidate my own internal experience with God? I love the chant, man. I think it's this is my communion with the Lord. Oh, no, you don't have. You're just Jesus said this, and in other words, they don't even understand what they're talking about. Okay, superficial understanding of the Bible and the Vedas. I feel like I'm dealing with kids, in kindergarten, they're playing in a sandbox. And I was going to preach to her, and I realized, what's the point? So I just said, I thought, just being friends is probably important, more important than she'll just get all, like bent out of shape if I tell her the deep truth, and she'll go away. So I'm starting to see, hey, with a lot of people, it's better to just make friends and just understand their limitations. I mean, Lord Chaitanya did it. He just ended up, just say, hey, man, here, take the name. Because they would just get a react in their false ego. Just, oh, how dare you? Don't you know I'm so smart? Oh, yeah, sorry. Oh, foolish people, man. I'm not a fool. I'm so smart. Oh, yeah. I'm a fool, man. I love being a fool. Yeah, dancing fool, ecstatic fool. Yeah. That's why it's the highest card in the tarot deck. Number one. See, number one fool. See, until you think yourself number one fool, you ain't realized soul. That's why you see that word always by the acharyas. They always use that word. I'm just number one fool. Always say that about themselves. Even St. Paul said that. I'm just a fool. Yeah. See, so that's the truth. The thing is, it's all in the relationship. If you have a relationship with the Lord, it's like you preach this transcendental knowledge. You preach yoga maya, which nobody, understand. Everybody's in Maha Maya, under the shelter of the modes of nature, and it's like you're like on land, and they're fish in the water looking at you, going. They're in a goldfish bowl going. And you're on land trying to say, hey, little fish. Oh. Hey, I made it to the shore. You want to come, little fish? No, I'm happy here in the cold water, man. I was born a fish. I'm gonna die a fish. See, this is the grace, man. You have to be lifted by the grace. And by their fruits they shall be known. Where's the grace? Where's the fruit of grace? What is grace? Grace is this ecstatic devotion, the spirit of devotion. The Christians call it Holy Spirit, and Lord Chaitanya called it Bhakti Devi. Same thing, only just it's more clear, more expanded. You can go more deep. You can purify these other things out of there. Your desire to be I want to be a great healer like Jesus. See, that's mystic powers. You want all that stuff. Come on, man. Yeah. Just communing and doing that, with unmaterially motivated. No mystic powers. I just want to worship God, and this is what you get. This is what you don't get otherwhere, but what you can get here. You get a taste of this worship of unmotivated devotional service. Just spiritually motivated. You just want communion. You get this greed of Vrindavan. I want you more, I just want to, just touch you, Lord. Touch your transcendental body. That's the greed of Vrindavan. It's so good. You just throw all these other things, desire, mixed alloy stuff. Oh, who needs, no, that's in the way, man. Just let us connect and commune, It's like being with the most beautiful man or woman you can ever dream of, beyond even that. Can you imagine? You get the most beautiful relationship, perfect relationship with the most perfect man or perfect woman. They're happy, right? No, not quite, because it's never like that in the material world. Because that woman doesn't know who she is, and you don't know who you are, and you're just like skin against skin, and it's nothing real about it. That's why it never quite works out perfectly. Eh, Unless you're both devotees, then it's okay. Everything's fine. If Krishna's in between you, no problem. He's got to be, the child has to be in the center, right? See, and that's what gets in the way of relationships. Mundane relationships, it's always the children, Then the man is neglected because the woman just starts to focus on the child, right? And the man it's always like that. Then the man said, "What is this?" Well, I just thank you for your service, my dear man. Thank you very much for your service. Now I got what I wanted. Okay, go in the background, man. Go make some money so we can support this child. See, never works on even a material level because it's not supposed to work. It's all built to fail. Everything is built for failure here in the world. Until you put Krishna. Can you imagine Mother Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj? They put Krishna in the center of their relationship, right? That child. Oh, and they're happy. They stay together forever. Because Krishna's getting all attention, they're perfectly satisfied. See, they're communing with their son, and that is perfect happiness. You don't need to draw off your wife to get energy. You don't need to draw off your husband to get energy or anything. You draw off Krishna's unlimited reservoir of anything you want or need. Hey, Krishna's center, then it all works out really nicely. Yeah. And as soon as the Lord is not in the center, then everything falls apart as it's supposed to do. I mean, that's what why the world is going on like it is. Because the transcendental Lord is not the center of everybody's attention. Okay? That's why the Lord came here, gave the chanting. Hey, just chant this name. Chant in association of devotees. Otherwise, you won't be chanting or be very long, So if you chant with, at least even with Vaidis, there's something there, and you just, But can you imagine chanting with those who have the fruit of ecstatic love? Come on, man, wake up. What do you think it's all about? What do you think, Lord? They were chanting before he came. And when he comes, then all of a sudden their chanting came into an ecstatic stage. It's the same process. Here you come. Here you're going to start to like to serve the Lord, like to come for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, and discuss Krishna Katha like the devotees did 550 years ago and don't do now. So by their fruits they shall be known. First you have to see, the Lord says, because of your ecstatic bhakti, Madhavinda Puri, I'm going to appear and deliver the world. See? What does that mean? What kind of appear? The deities out there. How come the deities were there then? Why is it different when a devotee who has ecstatic love cause some kind of a different appearance? Okay? Appear like he does in Madhavinda Puri. See, appear in your heart, in other people's heart. There we go. Now you're seeing by their fruit they shall be known. Not only is it in the ecstatic devotee, who a lot of people think is a madman, it's madness. You see it in others, the witnesses saying, yeah, man, this is fantastic. See, by their fruits they shall be known. That's why I nailed Narayan Raj. And you guys, this is only for your benefit, man. You got to understand the fruit wasn't realized there. I didn't see it, not even one fruit of this kind of ecstatic love you can see here. So if any of you guys in that Narayan Raj group is really greedy, you'll come check it out. If you don't have the greed, well, you're just bullshitting yourself that you have greed for Vrindavan. Right? Come and see. I was there 1.5 years looking for the fruit of ecstatic love that I see here in Lalita Ganga and Johan. Never saw it. Never. Not even one time. Not even in their best of their followers. But what did I see? Well, I saw, they're nice people, good, but they ain't good enough, man. It's all about ecstatic love. The Hare Krishna movement is, in essence, all about ecstatic worship of God, like it started. It was started with Krishna and Radha and Vrindavan. See? And the Dams too, where they had also ecstatic love and different. That's another story we can discuss. But it's all about that. Otherwise, it's useless. Your worship is useless. The Lord talks about this all the time. If you just, I spent my whole life doing rules, regulations, it's so great and everything, and then you die of Vaidhi, okay, fine. Where did he go? Oh, the demigods. Okay, you made it to the mode of goodness. Whoopie-doo. You're still inside the material coverings. You still don't know what devotion is. And a lot of those persons make it to the demigods. They can't even associate here with ecstatic. They don't know its value. So okay, you're a big demigod up around the demigods who are doing good deeds and whatever they do up there in heaven. Yeah? But you don't know the value of devotion, which we preach here. How it would be. We preach what Lord Chaitanya preached, the value of devotion. We show you, right? Show you. See, the show of ecstatic devotion. We don't show you the world of rules. Look at this. This is what Krishna consciousness is all about. Look at all these ceremonies I can do. Oh, look at my nice pressed silk dhoti. Oh, look at this nice high seat. It's not quite comfortable now. I need another cushion. And also give me some elevation. Look at all my followers. See, I'm showing you this. Okay. And people think, what are you showing here? You're just crying and laughing. You sadhya, you're this, you're sure. No, we're showing you the exaltation of ecstatic worship of God, and teaching, glorifying it. One pointed, you don't see me glorifying Buddhism or Christianity even. Take the essence of the teaching, of course, and show where its value is. That even Christians can't do. They can't. Only because I have association with Vaishnavas like Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, Krishnadas Kaviraj, Srila Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta Bhakti, and all this, that we can see the essence of the Bible. So this is where it's all going. And, the whole point is, and that's why I said I didn't see that fruit in the Narayan Raj group. I didn't see it in the ISKCON group. I didn't see it in the Gaudiya Math group. And I didn't even see it in the Radhakund Babachis. I made the rounds. I made my rounds, like a doctor looking, checking out the patients. Where's the medicine? I couldn't find the medicine. The medicine is this that you guys are taking, man. I didn't see it anywhere. Yeah, ecstatic devotion. By their fruits they shall be known. It's that simple, man. And people think, if you're ready to move on, this is where moving on is moving into the right line. See, this is the true vine of Lord Chaitanya's grace of this ecstatic devotion. These are these verses personified here. This is the living books that they're all people reading and don't understand. Yeah, this is what you're reading about in Chaitanya. This is why you see Prabhupada said Chaitanya Leela is postgraduate. Because people would not, they still don't understand this. Because here is Chaitanya Leela. This is the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya, my friends. I don't know, I'll break it to you. But what do you think is going on here? This is the Lord's pastime. Otherwise, we wouldn't be ecstatic. People wouldn't be getting this ecstatic worship that nobody sees anywhere else. You're in the pastime. Did you think you missed it being with Prabhupada? Did you think you missed it being with Jesus? Well, you guys have got it again. Opportunity. What, you don't think this is as important as what they did? If not more important? Why? Because this is the finishing of the finishing work. Isn't it? I mean, I'm just asking questions. Isn't this the perfection of what Jesus came to bring? Isn't this the perfection of what Prabhupada was trying to revive? You know, how does it get any more perfect than this? How does it get any more complete than this when you find completion with that transcendental Lord? What is more complete than that? What is more goal than that? Bigger goal? What is a bigger treasure than that? What is more important than that? What inside the whole universe is more important than finding your true self? See? Not true self ego, false ego. That people looking for their true self in the false ego. No. True self in Krishna, man. Radha and Krishna are the true self of us all. How can it not be? You know, there's the sun and the sun rays. What's the difference? See? Sun rays and the sun. So where does the sun ray, where does it related to? What is its real self, the sun ray? The transcendental Lord, right? There we go. There's the true self. Yeah. You find the devotees who have found the true self, you'll find it too. Otherwise, you'll always be bewildered people reflecting to you some misdirection. See? All the way. I want to see, your Guru Dev, your spiritual master. Oh, yeah? Well, let me see my true self. You show me that you found the true self that I'm looking for. And nobody is shown, really. Except, again, Prabhupada, which he was hiding. Okay? And Bhakti Siddhanta, which he was hiding in Bhakti Vinod. They knew it wasn't time, but it's time now. Yeah. It's time now for this. And it's like that. Hold on to religious process they are attracted to. Yeah. Okay, yeah, this is so anyway. Prabodhananda, where are you here? Okay. Great verses, huh? Oh, people, please seek the path of pure Hari Bhakti, which even the great sages in ancient times could not find after long searching. See? Isn't that interesting? So it's rare, isn't it? The great sage couldn't find after Lord searching. That's why the Lord comes with and his associates come. This incarnation is the latest incarnation of the Lord who comes in every different age. Why shouldn't everybody go for this, really? I mean, if you got enough brains, you're not just a fish in the water going, watching the class. You know, if you got, the Lord gives you some intelligence, why wouldn't you go for he's the latest avatar. I was born again Christian. I saw the kingdom of God. I know what the Father looks like. I know all of these things that Jesus came. Why? And I'm here. I have had experiences Christians when I tell Christians the experience I've had with God and Jesus, I wish I could look to it. I'll be so powerful. They're thinking, I would be so great. I'd be so powerful. I could be the best healer or something, you know. But see, always mix alloys in there. Oops. I forgot the point that I was. What is the point? Let's see what the point is. Oh, yeah, after long searching. Yeah, they couldn't find it. So that's why the Lord comes. That's why the devotees come. The real devotees, like Jesus, like their real Father. Why they go out? Why I go on the internet? We're seeking others. You know, a lot of people are seeking, but they don't know. They think, okay, let me go to this guru who's still got Putanam, grabbed him by the neck. They really don't represent Vrindavan. That's Putana, man. If you don't represent Vrindavan and you say I'm Guru Dev and taking worship, because if you're worship there, you're that's your ticket to Vrindavan is the worship. But if you don't really represent, then your guru's in an obstacle, and you can't remove it either. They can't remove it, and you can't get it removed. Yeah, very simple. Okay, so seek. So that's why here we're out seeking too. Many are called and few are chosen. Those, you notice, it's so funny. It's prophecy over and over again. Many are called and few are chosen. We got like 4 people here. The whole world should be here, really. I mean, why not? I mean, this is fantastic stuff. This is stuff you don't learn in the Bible. This is stuff you don't learn in even the Vedas. I mean, it's there, but who can extract it? It's there in the Bible, but who can extract it? Very rare. Who's the King Arthur who can take the sword out of the stone? You have to be empowered by Radha and Krishna to pull that sword of truth out of the Bhagavatam. It's like it's like solid, and granite. You got to pull that sword out. That takes the empowered. You know how the Lord came, and to marry those wives, he had to break the bow. He had to subdue the bulls. And and in this world now, the devotee has to be empowered to break the bow of ignorance. See, subdue the bull of stupidities. Okay? That's why it takes empowerment. If you're not empowered, man, step aside. Yeah, let us do our work. Let us deliver people. Let's put a lot of people in Vrindavan. Yeah. We have the authority, man. The authority has been given. Jesus even said he knew he had the authority. He spoke about it. I got the authority, man. Did I not? Didn't I not actually get tangible authority? It's just like a crazy thought, an imagination. No, the authority. Krishna said, and you because of your guru, you will get my darshan. Or you got my darshan. See? And that's how it works. Always work like that. You want the kingdom of God, it comes through the door. The door is the key. The door man, the key maker. See the matrix? You got to go, the key maker. He had the key to the doors. See, we're only interested in one door. Vrindavan, I got one key. Come here, we'll just give you one key, not a whole bunch of dangling keys there into all these useless doors. Useless paths. One door, man. Ecstatic love door, man. Just open, turn the key, man. The door opens and paradise is right there before you. Okay? And that's in the name. You be chanting the name in ecstasy. That's the key to the door. Isn't that why Lord Chaitanya came here? To show the key, to give the key to others so they could open the door. Yeah. Okay, so where is this? If you think it's too difficult to attain, then please abandon all these misconceptions and take shelter of the lotus feet of Lord Gaur. See, a lot of people did, don't they say, oh, it's too difficult to take you many lives to get prema. It's too difficult to attain. See, that's been the preaching. Narayan Maharaj preached that. No, it's too difficult to attain. Just try to get it to an art. Chant your 1 lakh a day. 1 lakh you had to do. Otherwise, they consider you're just in Maya, man. Chant your 1 lakh. Get rid of all your anartas. First deserve, then desire. See, that's a human thing. That ain't a divine thing. Really, it's not. That's maybe a mode of goodness thing. First deserve, then desire. See, but there's always faults in the mode of goodness. Mode of goodness preaching, superimposing that on pure bhakti. See, no, it's always faults in that. No, we just teach spiritual principles here. No, first desire, and then you're going to get that desire in association with devotees who have that desire. Otherwise, it's impossible to get that desire. practically, or you're going to follow the sadhana siddha path that Narayan Raj and all these groups, ISKCON teaches, all of them teach, because they're always trying to attain Krishna, and that's just natural. They don't know this path, man. See? They don't know these verses. They can't unlock these verses here. It's all right there in these verses. Simple one verse could be the whole class, 4 hours. It's preaching. Yeah. It's just, devotees, they have the key, man. They unlock the key to these verses, and you listen to them, and then all of a sudden, boom, you know where, oh, wow, man, I'm not misdirected now. All these people just speculate on these verses, and they teach you something else. They lead you away from the verse instead of deeply in the verse. True, isn't it? Yeah. Isn't it nice? See, now you get a taste for Harikatha because you go deep into Krishna. That's what it's all about. Communion. Transcendental penetration. He loves it. You love it. He loves it. It's perfect. No fault in it. It's not pornography. You do that in the world, then they lock you up. You do that with Krishna, he unlocks the door of no more birth and death in the material world. We're here to unlock that door instead of lock people up. Oh, you want to do that with your bodies and all that? And no, that's profane. Get them, lock them up, man. That's what lock them up, man. But you do that, penetrate these verses. This is the union, man. It's transcendental sex. Okay? And you feel it too. It's so pure. There's no fault in me. And for me explaining it, no fault in this. Because it's the truth. It's what we're hankering for when you look at a woman, you now want to penetrate them. Just bodies, material bodies. It's not and you'll always be a little unfulfilled. Just God, I wanted to get, but these verses will fulfill, man. You go penetrate into the God, the depth of the Lord. See? That's this path, man. That's, you get to come here, you become attracted to the depth of God, and just naturally, it's like, wow, man, I just want to penetrate the Lord every day. I want to be penetrated by God. See, I want, that's our nature. That's soul to supreme soul. That's the ray with the sun. Communing again and bright. See, son, now you're a son of God in this world. Literally, so male, female has nothing to do with that. It's sun, the radiance of the spiritual world. You kick the hole in the universe, man, just like vomiting. What's the difference between a devotee kicking a hole in the universe, coverings, and Vamanadev? It's the same idea. See, and then what pours forth. See, that's what Jesus meant. You thought all these miracles. Wait till you see the angels descending down upon the Son of Man. See, the Son. See, because Krishna is awakened, and all the spiritual beings descend. Rupa Goswami, Sanatana, they have a channel now. What do you think you get here? Where do you think this intelligence comes from? You think it comes from this fool Gauri Das? Are you kidding? Are you insane to think that I could speak like that? That's only for those gurus think they're the speakers, man. No. And if you think it's too deep, please abandon these misconceptions and take shelter of the lotus feet of Lord Gaur. And how do you do that? See, a lot of people have, well, did it work? Well, I'm taking shelter of the feet of Lord Gaur, but, are you an ecstatic devotee? Oh, I would never consider well, no, it's my gurus saved many lifetimes before that happens, but I'm taking the shelter of the lotus feet for. Why isn't it working? It's supposed to work in this life. Why isn't it working?
It isn't working because they are still in religion, and there the misconceptions are there.
Mm-hmm.
They have to abandon that. Otherwise,
Yeah, and how do they do that?
by taking shelter at Satchitananda.
And what does that mean?
Find a bona fide spiritual master
There
from
you
whom
go.
Prema emanates.
Yeah, that's why. See, so
Here,
and
from here.
yeah. If you look at the rest of the verses in the book, he talks about unless a devotee comes before me that's associated with Lord Chaitanya, I won't see the path. I won't get the path. I won't know how to take shelter of the feet of Lord Gore. You know, take shelter of the feet of Lord Gore is by attraction. You get that attraction by association. You get everything by associate. If you're in a mode of passion, right, and you associate closely with a person in a mode of ignorance, you'll probably become in ignorance like them. If you're in a mode of passion, this was Prabhupada's plan. He was a Brahmin type, sannyasi type, well, more Brahmin type. People, his plan was get people to associate with him and become Brahmins. And then later a stage, go to the next stage. So it's by association. So even that's why 550 years ago, great austere sannyasis and Brahmins would go to the devotees, even if they were Sudras, because they had that special quality of being an associate of this rare transcendental manifestation, Lord Chaitanya. And they couldn't, it wasn't enough just to be a Brahmin. You have to associate with the devotee. Then you can take shelter of the feet of Lord Gore, because they have, see, that's why all these verses all fit together and leading on to the same Guru Tattva. Without real Guru Tattva, you can't really make any advancement to the spiritual platform. I mean, really clear Guru Tattva, not speculating on it and say, oh, yeah, this is one of these thousands of gurus who's going to bring you Vrindavan just because we say so and our checklist says so and we all agree upon it. No, it doesn't work like that. No. It's got to be the real formula. Okay? So by the association of the real associated Lord. So Lord Chaitanya said this. He said, those who you have love for me, see, you devotees are my associates. You always have to find an associate. You have transcendental love for me. Therefore, I give you my transcendental body. And you can sell it anywhere. See, by association. Just teach what Lord Chaitanya taught. Oh, brahmachari, get out of my kirtan. You're not going to spoil it, man. Get out of here. Oh, come on back. You went through Srivas, my real devotee. Oh, yeah, now you can come back in. But for you sannyasis, get out of here, man. I don't care how austere you are. That's what he's saying to these gurus who believe that by their austerities, they're going to get into a relationship. I've seen it, man. These God brothers think they're thunderbolts, God brothers of Prabhupada, thunderbolts, and they don't need Prabhupada. You need a person like him to get you into Vrindavan. He said, my God brothers thought I was a rotten grihasta, see, rotting away in household life. They couldn't see. He had ecstatic devotion. They didn't even know that was a goal. And after he disappears, they go on and preach their unecstatic message. They didn't know the glories of this. If they did, you got to prove it. Prove it that you know. Yes, and bow down to Prabhupada. Bow down to this ecstatic devotee. And many of them really didn't. They just they always usurp the energy of devotees. Devotees are powerful, man. They got life, they got energy, and people see it. And if you have that desire, like some have had here, they usurp some energy and they go out and be a big teacher for a while. And then they run out of gas. They always run out of gas. They come fill their gas tank. I'll use this. I'll be a real teacher for the Vaides. And then they run out of gas.
Yeah.
anyway, it is, everybody's got their little journey. People will get it. Anybody who's come here and liked what was going on, even if you didn't like it, just by contact, you get some purification. So it'll all be well. Bodily penetration. Oh, got Amy's attention there. Yes, bodily penetration is ultimately unfulfilling. You are right. It's fleeting and empty. What all people really want is exactly spiritual intercourse. And it's not, when it's applied to God, it's not a bad word. It's not naughty. Well, maybe it's spiritually naughty because Krishna is a bit naughty. But it's not naughty. It's beautiful. It's like, spiritual intercourse. That's, what do you think? Yoga is just a nice word for spiritual intercourse. That's all. Union. Yeah. See, divine union. That's why the Lord, a lot of people say, oh, that's too intimate. You shouldn't show this, Gohari. Well, the Lord showed it because there's no fault in it. It's pure. All it does is purify people. Even if you don't like it, you get purified. Come on, go, I hate you. What are you doing? Go, Papa, you won't. It's like a control thing. I'm going to control you, man. You're out of control. Yeah, they're getting purified. Man. They're getting their control issues out. They didn't even know they had them till they meet a guy like Gohari Das or Lalita. They didn't know nobody knows they have control issues until they meet Lalita Ganga or Johan. We got to control you. You shouldn't cry. No. Prabhupada Rupa Goswami never cry and wipe those tears. Oh, this is what you got to stop. See, those are spiritual Democrats. Ooh, they're always crybabies. Control. Oh, there's too many people, Bill. There's too many. I got to lie and cheat and deceive them because, we got to get rid of them. I don't want to just line them up and shoot them, look and inject them. Put some poison in them and just, get it slow. And we can do some diabolical experiments at the same time, We'll learn things of how to, make them like robots and take away their religious ideas and, so they can be materialists like me. It's all about me. This is demon stuff. And people believe in that. So now the Lord's saying, hey, man, you've been worshiping demons all your life. Are you ready to get off of that worship? They're turning on you now. Okay. All right. So oh brother, even if you chant the wonderful, powerful, holy names of Lord Krishna, and even if you meditate on his brilliant, charming, transcendental form, which creates auspiciousness for the entire world, you still cannot hope to attain the splendid nectar of pure love of Krishna if the merciful glance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu does not fall upon you. See? So what does that mean practically? How do you realize the result of this verse? It always comes back. The merciful glance is by the mercy of Krishna, you get his devotee, real one, the no joke, the real one. See? And by the mercy of the devotee, you get Krishna, you get the Lord's glance. Oh, you coming the real path. Isn't the book Krishna or not? Is it? Is the book Krishna? Is Chaitanya Charitamrita Krishna? Is Srimad Bhagavatam Krishna? The book a book of instructions? So if you follow those instructions, you'll get the mercy. But most people don't. The instruction is simply this: go to the door, man. The door is the real spiritual master. From them ecstatic Brahma emanates, and by their word, ignorance is destroyed. Just go there. Okay? And by that association and by hearing that vibration from a real spiritual being that is empowered by the real spiritual potency, you'll be delivered. Okay? You'll get the merciful glance of the Lord. Oh, he's glancing over here. Oh, you're going, well, it finally got my attention. You're following the real path. Now I can benedict you. See, you're following the book Bhagavat because you're following the real devotee Bhagavat who is explaining the real book Bhagavat. No, you're not following the the Bhagavatam that's been speculated on non-Bhagavats, non-devotee Bhagavats. They still don't even know the glories of pure love of God yet. They don't know that. See, therefore the result is forthcoming in a long time. Yeah, many lifetimes. That's for sure. You know, that's why it comes from their mouths many lifetimes. You got to buy their fruits, they will be known. You got to see, where is the fruit of love of God manifesting? Man, well, that's, those have symptoms. That's the ecstatic love and the tears and the choking and the communion, the intercourse with Krishna, for God's sake. You know, the penetration, man. Yeah. And the ooh-ahs. What do you think this ecstatic devotional, when you see devotees around, ooh-ah, yeah, yeah, because it's like that, man. It's the ride of your life. Exciting, thrilling, ecstatic, and revealing, and oh man, unbelievable. Yeah. So you see, pretty simple, right? We just put it all together. You know, it's just there's another hat. You ever see these people? You have something that broke apart, right? And you go to a guy who fixes it. You know the thing. They go and they put it. Oh yeah, just bring in all the parts here, and we'll put it together. See, everybody's broken in this world. You come here, we'll just put it all back together, man. That's our work. Tinkerbell. You know, we tinker here. Come here, let us tinker with you, man. Let's make soup you up, man. Yeah. Let's assist you in your penetrating God, forever. The best thing that you can get here is what I got. I think it's the best thing here. This community with God there's nothing better than that. Transcendental intercourse every day, man. Just makes the world go around. Otherwise, there's no real life, man. We have to light up again. We have to have our glow. See? The glow have to be energized by the sun. Those blocks have to be removed. See, by associating with those who've got their shine again. See, you can see this is a son of God in this world. See, I'm here to make sons of God, to make rays of Vishnu, rays of Krishna, rays of Vrindavan here. This is all about. Otherwise, what is the point? Everything's dark, material, mundane. See? Not even awake. There's no light, no life in this universe, actually. If you don't know that the sun, you don't know the sun, and you're not a son of the sun. See? You're not a ray of the sun. So anyway, this is how you do it. If anybody listens, well, see,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare
You still okay? Can you hear me now? Are we back? Yeah, yeah. Yeah. You still cannot hope to attain the splendid nectar of pure love of Krishna if the merciful glance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu does not fall upon you. See, so that's what it's all about, isn't it? The nectar cannot see, it's a nectar. This pure love of Godhead is a nectar. Where do you see the nectar? Because if you don't see the nectar somewhere, you don't know that, you don't know this verse, first of all. You don't know the intentions of these devotees, how important it is. So you got to see a living example. That's why, when the Lord was ready to disappear, you know what he said? He looked up when he passed this village where Narottam was going to be born, and he called Narottam. He said, Narottam, and he cried for Narottam. And then I think somebody asked him, Nityananda or somebody asked him, he said, why are you crying for this devotee? He said, because when I go, I want this person to be here to carry this on. The living devotee has to, because you could see, if you don't see this, where is it? All you see are rules and this is like Prabodhananda said. He said, after the disappearance of this Lord, who taught by ecstatic worship and taught revelations and realizations that come from ecstatic worship to a very high level, I don't see this kind of preaching anymore. Yeah, this kind of ecstatic preaching, crying and ecstasy, and don't see it anymore. And now I see mostly rules and regulation. We're teaching, showing the world, oh yeah, this is the way to go. Or at Mayavadi, the impersonalism, oneness path. Oh yes, just about being one with God, or be God, or speculations. See that path. But where is this path of love of God, where people could see the fruit of love of God fructified? Okay? Well, I think it's here. I know it's here. This is the fructification of love of God path being taught again. Right? So that's the importance of living devotees. You may say, oh, all I need is Prabhupada's books, but look at all the Ritviks. Where do you see the symptoms of this love of God? They don't even know that this is the goal. Isn't that amazing? They don't even know. No, it's just the goal is just to have Prabhupada's books and to make a big show of, that we're something important. Or whatever they do. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Where's the show of devotional, ecstatic devotion with the symptoms of the tears and the laughter and the communion, the symptoms of intercourse, basically, with God? You have intercourse with a man or woman, right? There's symptoms. You see, there's, say you're looking at the man and woman having intercourse, right? They're going to be, oh, yeah. You ever see the movies? Oh, symptoms, right? Ooh, you want to get in, you want to pet it, and then, and a lot of the movies you see this, the woman gets up or the man gets up and they put on their pants or dress and leave, and one is looking, where'd they go? Where'd they go? A lot of that going on in the movies. So, a lot of times in this love play with God, you want to push the list. Okay, Lord, that's enough. Okay. No, I can't. I'm chanting ecstasy. There's a point. I say, okay, that's my tank is filled. I can't do anymore, And so, so that happens spiritually. But the Lord comes back. But in relationships in the world, they may or may not come back. You never know. And at some point, they don't come back, either by divorce or death. But the Lord, He's the bridge through all lifetimes. Can you imagine? You awaken that here. You bind that here on, like Jesus said, what you bind on earth, you bind in spirit. See, if you bind this devotional relationship by following the real path and meeting the real devotees who are preaching the finishing work, which we are, you awaken your relationship with the spirit. You can see in your own lives, and then it crosses all barriers in this material world and universe. Wherever you are, that'll always be there for you. It's like you got a little nest egg. You ever see, people trying to get a little nest egg of money and wealth? Yeah. So your nest egg is this love of God, the perfect nest egg. It's a store of wealth. People are looking store right now, because of these times. They're looking for, where can I store my wealth? I'm telling you, man, because I'm in the crypto world a bit now. And I'm looking at these people thinking, where can we store our wealth? Where's the best investment? Where can we store our wealth? And I'm thinking, yeah, they don't know about Krishna. He's the store of wealth. Without him, all your money, everything that's going to go, somebody will take it away. If not death. Death always takes everything away, material, right? Yeah, but death can't take this relationship away. That's how beautiful it is, how perfect it is. That's why the devotees have no fear. Not even of death. Why? They can't take, I found life. I'm eternally immortal. This body, it's going to die anyway. It's going to, peel off. It gets old. And I'll probably like, okay, sayonara, man. Time to shake it off, man. Yeah. Oh, brother, please do not act in this reckless way. Because you have not taken shelter of Lord Gauranga's lotus feet, the devotees who have become intoxicated drinking the nectar of the mellows of pure devotional service to Lord Krishna are everywhere laughing at all your endeavors. See? This is I read that again. Oh, brother, please do not act in this reckless way. Everybody is. They're acting recklessly and they don't know it. Because you have not taken shelter of Lord Gauranga's feet, the devotees who have become intoxicated drinking the nectar of pure devotional service to Lord Krishna are everywhere laughing at all your endeavors. So, if people come to me and say, I don't need you, I don't need a guru, I'll just follow my own way to God, or I'll just do it. And so the question to ask yourself or others is can you drink that nectar? Can you? And if you can't, you have to go the authorized way. You have to go and associate with those who do drink this nectar. And you can see visibly that they are drinking this nectar. That means they are teaching love of God and not something else or some other path of morality like the Buddha or logic or not logic, rules and regulations and ceremonies and stuff like that. Even though they may have it, but they may teach that. See, but who has this and teaches this? See, well, that's these devotees. They did it then. He's doing it by these verses. This is just laying it all out. And then the devotee, so you need the devotee to interpret these things. See, they give you an interpretation that's not speculation. See, it's like if you have a dream, there's somebody has the gift of what? To dissect the dream, right? And then they make it clear. Oh, that's what the dream means. Well, devotees have that with the scriptures. They can interpret the scriptures, but not speculate, interpret. See, because the devotees who interpret the scriptures properly, because those devotees who wrote the scriptures were like that. They're of the same book Bhagavat and devotee Bhagavat. The book Bhagavat was a devotee Bhagavat one time, right? See, now it's the book Bhagavat, and it needs the devotee Bhagavat. Now, again, the living devotee to interpret them without speculating on them. See, to draw out the essence of the truth. But without devotion, you can't see it. Nobody can see it. That's why I've seen a lot of these allegedly high gurus. I didn't like their conclusions very much. And they're all touted, oh, he's so great. He's a pure devotee. And I said, well, let me look at, I didn't, first of all, I didn't see the ecstasy. And so, well, let me examine their conclusions. It was full of speculation, all of them. Only Prabhupada, even though I didn't see a lot of devotion, but I've seen some, you could see in his videos and stuff. But I look at his books, I said, this man knows Krishna. Just like the book about Jesus, I said, this man knows God. Knew it. Okay? Where'd you get that? Okay? But then I look at the scriptures of these people in the world, that's why I say they're neophytes. They go, oh, this guy's a great acharya. He's a great spiritual master. Then I go and examine their work. I'm thinking, oh, there's a lot they're not seeing. This is not, only the devotees know the standard because of devotion, real devotion, not speculating on what devotion is. Lots have been going on in Vaishnavism. I haven't found anybody really impressed me except Prabhupada and Bhaktisiddhanta and Bhaktivinoda. I could see, even though I didn't see their expression of devotion that much, you could see it in their revelation and realization. And that's how you know this is not Sahaja here. And most Vaishnavas cannot even determine that, see, because they believe in the speculations of many of these Gaudiya Vaishnavas. See, who do not prove it by producing the fruit of love of God, or, standing and what they write or what they preach. To find a real associate of the Lord Chaitanya is very rare because they have real bhakti, real devotion, which reveals the real truth of the book Bhagavat. If you listen to a real devotee, you'll get attached very fast to the Lord because they bring you deep into the scriptures. They're like, you're going into a jungle. These scriptures, you're going into a jungle and you need a guide unless the Lord is with you and showing you all these things. Otherwise, you're going to be misled. You're going to misinterpret. You're going to speculate. You're going to be misdirected. The scriptures are full of paradoxes. Prabhupada also, he will say something here and say something different here, say something here and say something different there. How do you reconcile it? The living devotee, the dream interpretator, see? The scripture interpretator. That's why they ceremoniously, they have a person, they're supposed to interpret the scripture, like the Catholics. There was a time when you weren't allowed to read the scriptures amongst the Catholics. You had to go through the priest. They would interpret for you. But the problem with that is it's religion. They have motive, material motive, not spiritual motive. Not motive that you become like Lalita, a penetrator of God. That's my motive. My motive, I like to look at happy faces, not morose people. I don't like looking at liars and hypocrites, materialists. My motive, I want to see a lot of happy faces like that. Like River, really listening. And that's what I want to see. Yeah. See, who have become intoxicated by drinking the nectar, the mellows of devotional service to Lord Krishna, are everywhere laughing at your endeavors. Do you see the style here? The Prabodha was experiencing that, and he wrote it. And I'm sitting here tasting these verses and tasting this name. And you see the same thing happening here. Isn't Gohari laughing at everybody's endeavors? You notice that? Where does that come from? See, I told you Guru is one. Scriptures say that. I told you Krishna is one. Same Krishna going through Prabodhananda Saraswati is working here, isn't he? Same Krishna. Making the same jokes, same wild claims, same wild preaching. You notice? I always liked Prabodhananda. I always felt like a relationship. I said, man, I wish I could meet that person, man. So I had to read his books. Wild glorification, wild truth, man. It's in this wild nature, not trimmed, and watered down with etiquettes. Just straight out, man. And I laugh at everybody. I laugh at you gurus out there. I'm laughing at all your endeavors. I'm laughing at you those followers of the gurus, just like he was. Why? Because he's glorifying those who drink this intoxicating nectar, right? They're real associates. Well, do you see his Gaur Hari Das drinking this intoxicating nectar? Why, you think I'm acting drunk? Really wild, man. To say things. Loose lips sink ships, man. These lips are loose. It's sinking all kinds of ships. Illusory ships. You think those things are going to carry you over across the ocean of birth and death, but they don't. They sink. We have to sink them. You believe in those ships, we'll sink them. We'll put a cannonball in every one of those. I owe another hat, pirate, transcendental pirate, man. I'm looking for these ships, and blow them out of the water. I just love, all I just comment on my experience. This is fantastic. Look at this and think, yeah, that's how I'm laughing at it all. You can see me. You can look at my classes and you say, my God, that's right out of the book. Isn't it Devotee Bhagavat supposed to be a book Bhagavat? Yeah. That's right out of that book, man. He's laughing always there, laughing at these gurus, man. Doesn't pay them any mind or even respect in the many ways. To me, hey, man, I'm sorry. I'm here to respect the transcendental personalities, to teach that. And otherwise, I'm just going to laugh at everybody's endeavors. Why wouldn't you? It's like, why not take the easy way, the fast way? Come here, we'll get you intoxicated on the nectar of devotion to Krishna, like the book is instructing. Seek the path of Hari Bhakti. That's the devotees intoxicated with the nectar of devotion. Speak under the influence of that intoxication. The Lord did, didn't he? Adwaita certainly did, man. He was really a drunk guy on devotion. Yeah. You're laughing at all your endeavors, man. So I continue to laugh. I have to follow the lead of the book. I mean, it's not like I'm trying to. I just notice as a God, man, must be the same Krishna who wrote that book through Prabodhana is also working here. He's also laughing. It's laughable. You can spend your whole life following these gurus and their rules and their regulations and their ceremonies and everything. And if you just come here, you get the result of many lifetimes of endeavor, because if you go that way, it will be many lifetimes. But you come here, you get this relationship with Krishna. You'll get the merciful glance of Lord Gaur. You'll feel increasingly attracted to Lord Chaitanya. And that's what it's all about. To chant the Lord's name, and ecstasy is produced. Communion, penetration into the Lord. Yeah. That's what it's all about. And it's easily available here. Yeah. So otherwise, you're acting in a reckless way, doing all these other things. It's reckless. People don't know it's reckless. That's the problem. They're acting recklessly. They're following things that are misleading and misguiding them all the time. Yeah. What was it? 2 hours? I think I'll sign off for a while. And we'll take a little break. I need a little break. I think. Let me see here. Let me check. What are we doing here? Well, actually, do you want to read a little bit, somebody? Whoever's the most. Yeah, there you go. Let Lalita read. Okay. What do you want to read? Want to read some of this?
Can I continue what we are reading now?
You both read. You both read. I'm going to have both of you read. What? Go ahead.
I'm so overwhelmed.
What?
I'm so overwhelmed.
Oh.
There's a lot.
Is it bad?
It's my
Do you want to say some things? You want maybe you need to. You want to speak some things? Do you want to read some things and speak or something?
No. Lolita can read. I just wanted to say that to you. I read one verse, and I've spoken already. But yeah, there's just loads that just wants to keep coming out and out and out. But then it's really like I need to have loads of mouths. So I keep saying these things. It's like I need to speak to that person and that person and that person and that person. Do you understand what I mean, Maharaj?
Not quite, but
it's like realizing why Ananta Sesh wanted many mouths.
yeah.
Messages. It's like Krishna speaking to every individual. Everybody's relationship.
Oh, I see. You want to speak something to each individual? Is that you?
It feels like that. It's really overwhelming. Does that make sense?
Sort of. Yeah. Sort of. I think so. Yeah. So why don't you demonstrate? Why don't you do what you demonstrate?
I can just be speaking and he's talking in my head and saying what I'm saying through my mouth in a different way, in different ways. Does that make sense? No? Do you understand?
No, just explain it. Take your time, explain it.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It's like maybe I need to say it in the perfect way. Maybe I need to say it in this perfect way. And maybe it's not perfect the way I say it. And I need to say it in the way everybody understands.
Why don't you just say just say, just instead of explaining what your process, just do it. Huh? Why don't you read a scripture? Read some Chaitanya Bhagavat. Let's see what happens. And then if something comes to say, go ahead, you can share it.
Okay. Entering the house, they were given water to wash their feet and then sat down to eat next to each other. Surrounded by Gadaha Pandit and other friends. Sitting together in this way. Looked exactly like Ramachandra and Lakshman sitting in their mother's house. Mood and affection for each other were identical. For they were the same person. Mother Sachi was Mother Sachi was very happy. and excitedly hurried to serve out full plates of prashadam for the two of them. when when she returned, when she returned, she found two young boys of 5 in the place where Vishwava and Nityananda had been sitting. One of the boys held a blackish complexion. A blackish complexion. And the other was very fair. Both of them were exquisitely beautiful. And they were exquisitely beautiful, and both were without any without any clothing. One of them had 4 arms, which held the conch, shell, disc, mace, and lotus. His breasts were marked with the Srivasta, the glistening Kastumba jewel hung from his from his neck, and beautiful fish-shaped earrings dangled from his. The other boys held the plow and the pestle. She also saw her daughter-in-law, Vishnupriya, Vishnupriya, situated on the breast of one of the young children. No sooner she's seen this wonderful sight. Then it vanished. That's what keeps happening. Keep seeing these things and they keep vanishing. And I keep feeling like I want to go and tell everybody that everybody the truth. Not that I do that. It's just going on inside. Like Sachi Mother, she was excited to give plates of prashadam to Nityananda. Sorry, Vishwambar, we were a Nityananda. And I feel like I want to give the prashadam of truth to everybody. Just everybody. I give them to everybody. And it's overwhelming because I'm not able to do that. How am I supposed to do that? You understand now, Lalita?
Krishna will help you. You'll just trust this. Just trust it.
Mother Sachi stood still. Mother Sachi stood still. And extended in tears rolled down her face. Draw close. Mother Sachi stood in ecstasy as tears rolled down her face, drenching her. All them scattered here. The Sachi mother fell to the ground and lay unconscious. Sometimes I want to do that. I just want to be unconscious and go to sleep. Because it feels like it's too much. It's like I want everything. I want it all. And I don't know what I want. It's just coming from all directions right now. Okay, it's enough. Vishwambar rushed up to wash his hands and mouth, then quickly ran to retrieve his mother. Lifting her up, he said, Mother. Mother. Oh. Please get up. Be calm. And take control of yourself. Take control of yourself. Why did you suddenly fall to the ground? You want to read now? Melita, you read now, please.
I wait until Guru Maharaj comes back because I don't know what he wants.
I want to have I like my life. I've liked my life and being by myself. But I like my life with Karuna. But it gets too much with him. And I want to go and preach this. I want to do everything. To preach. But I want to do it with Karuna and the family. When it's good. Make friends first. To make friends. beautiful word.
Krishna will lead you in all of this. Just follow. And let him do the job. You get purified, and he shows you day by day what's there before you.
It feels like he shows me so many things. I can't get exactly what he's showing me exactly, because there's so many things.
It goes gradually. This understanding it goes gradually. For all of us, that's a process. It's
More than ever before. More than before. So much more. Like I want to hide from him. But I'm not able to when I sleep. When I sleep, I walk very quickly. You know this. Because I'm not used to that. I'm used to going to bed and sleeping for a few hours and then getting up. Everything's changing. Everything's changing. There's lots of change. And I think I'm just not used to the real fast change. It's very, very fast. Very, very fast. It's very beautiful. It's very wonderful. You get in your, if I get in my head, I don't know, even the stuff in my head is just amazing. It's wonderful stuff. There's loads of it. It's like I'm becoming a child and it's taking in everything.
yeah, but you will become more and more empowered, and everything will become more and more and deeper, clear and clear and clear, and there won't be doubts anymore or questions. Well, lesser doubts and lesser questions.
No doubt. There's no doubt. They're asking questions. Questions of, because sometimes I feel like I'm becoming a hoarder with everything what Krishna has given me and keeping it all instead of letting it go.
Yeah. But the clearer it becomes, the clearer the Lord really needs you.
Yeah, you know, this like doubts and stuff. It's not like a lot of us. You know, there's a thing you want to just kind of go over everything. The doubts get clear even subtly, and you know, it's not like there's no rush. You just relax into it, and you know, it all gets more and more clear naturally. You don't have to rush. You don't have to speed up or speed other people up and all that. It's a purification that, you know, you're going through. It's just, yeah, it's just things are moving. Things are moving, you know, shaking.
I don't
Huh?
have any doubts. I don't have any doubts, otherwise I wouldn't be here still.
Yeah, whatever. If you do or you don't, you know, whatever, you know. I sometimes have a little, you know, it's just, you know, this is a whole nother realm, you know, you're in the realm of spirit.
Yes,
And
there's a
yeah.
whole other realm, and it's so wonderful. It's so
Yeah.
great. Control is being let go. Just the control is just going, because I've seen that I've still had control on things, trying to control things still.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's not something you force either. You know, it's natural. Otherwise, you can spin yourself off the path. You know, trying to force yourself to be something. You know, you just keep tasting, relax. You know, just relax. You know?
Misunderstood all the time.
Huh? What?
I feel misunderstood because when I listen to you now, everything is clear, so clear,
Mm-hmm.
crystal clear. It really is more than ever before.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to. Good has been going on it. You just want to please Maharaj all the time. You just want to please Maharaj. You just want to please. And I just want to please everybody. But you can't please everybody.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
cannot please everybody. And I don't actually please everybody, but it's in there. purification, but it's really a transcendental purification because
Yeah. It's part of it. Yeah. Get the people pleaser out. It's so great. It's so easy when you just when you're just trying to please, not trying, you just please God, just and everything else, just everything. It's even says in Nectar Devotion, when you water the root, which is bhakti, you're watering the root, everything is satisfied with you. It's everything is pleased. Demigods are pleased, and even though people may not act pleased, it doesn't matter because everything is. Everything is fulfilled. The demigods are, everything is because we're watering the root. That's why I love this path. It's all just right to the essence, cuts to the chase, water the root, and then everything. You don't need any other purifications, really. I mean, not, just taste your way into the kingdom of God. This is the great gift of Lord Chaitanya coming through our line here. Yeah, it's really, everything will get more and more solid. Everybody has their challenges and stuff and things.
I'm just overwhelmed, Maharaj. I'm not sad.
Yeah.
It's really overwhelmed because of the fast changing. Because I haven't moved fast, and now it's just really fast. And Karuna is so fast, and I get upset because I have to tell him to stop. Can you just stop? Can you just stop? And it feels like I'm trying to control him, but I can't take it, and it gets too much. But he seems to be changing a little bit.
Well, this is about, you see his process, and if it's too much for you, you just close your door and say, hey, man, Karuna, do your thing out there and leave me alone. He's got to, do his thing, and you have your boundaries, just come and, and then it won't be, it's just a lot of times I think, when you got to know where like he's got his way and stuff and you got your way, and if it's too much, oh, that's too much, okay, see you later, Karuna, take my space, simple.
I'm doing that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Everybody, just kind of keep it cool. Yeah. All right. You want to read more, or you want to say more? Huh?
I'm going to stay. Lolita said I want to read.
Okay, Lolita, you read then.
I'm on page 324 of the Madhya Kanda, chapter 8.
I didn't know we would read from Chaitanya Bhakti. But it's okay. What did you say, Yamuna? What page?
324. Madhya Kanda, chapter 8.
Okay. Madhya Kanda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Thank you, Yamuna, for giving me the opportunity to read. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Oh, glories to my Guru Maharaj. Oh, glories to the disciplic line. Oh, glories to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, my Lord. and Master. Oh, glories. Oh, glories. Oh, glories. Oh, glories to Srimati Radharani. And oh, glories. Oh, glories to Krishna. Madhusachi. She was very happy and excitedly hurried to serve out 4 plates. 4 plates of prasad. 4 plates of prasad for the two of them. And when she returned, she found 2 young boys of 5 in the place where Vishwambara and Nityananda had been sitting. One of the boys had a blackish complexion. And the other one was very fair. Both of them were exquisitely beautiful. And both were without any clothing. One of them had 4 arms. Without the conch, the shell, the disc, the weights, and the lotus. His breast was marked with the Srivatsa, the glistening costume and jewel hanging from his neck, and beautiful fish-shaped earrings. Tangled from his ears. The other boy held the held the plough and the vessel. She also saw her daughter-in-law, Vishnupriya, situated on the breast of one of the young children. So soon had she seen this wonderful sight. Then it vanished. On the statue, she stood still, stunned in ecstasy. And tears rolled down her face, drenching her clothes. All the footsteps scattered here and there, so she must have fell to the ground. And she fell unconscious. Vishwambara rushed up to wash his hands and his mouth. And then he quickly ran to revive his mother. Lifting her up, he said, "Mother, mother, Please get up. Be calm. Take control. Take control of yourself. Why did you suddenly fall on the ground? Was it Sachi? She slowly regained consciousness and quickly tied her loosened hair. Without uttering a word, she went inside her room and she began weeping. She was overwhelmed with ecstatic love for Krishna. She was overwhelmed with ecstatic love for Krishna. And nothing else mattered to her. Her breath came in great sighs, and her body trembled. From head to toe. Meanwhile, the servant, Ishana, he cleaned the eating room. he collected the remnants of food that had scattered over the floor. And he ate them all. Truly, Ishana is extremely fortunate. For every day he performed such wonderful activities, and yet he remained like a simple servant, and thus no one knew that he daily perceived the highest transcendental truth. Lord Gaurachandra, along with his devotees, he continued to perform congregational chanting of the holy name in Navadvip. Although the Lord's eternal associate had appeared in different parts of Bengal, gradually, in small numbers, they began to come to Navadvip. And there they soon found out the Supreme Personality of Godhead had appeared, allaying the fears of the devotees and filling their hearts with bliss. Lord Vishwambara, he manifested himself before them as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Lord's devotees are as dear to him as his own heart. And thus that Supreme Personality, who is intensely sought after throughout the Vedic literature, he mixed unreservedly with his devotees. He embraced He embraced them also. He embraced them also lovingly. That each one felt as he felt, as if he alone was the most prominent of the Lord's associates. The stability. The Lord regularly visited his disciples in their homes. Where he would exhibit to them his four-handed form. Sometimes he went to Gangadasa's Pandita's house or to Murari Gupta's house. And at other times he visited Srivasa Pandita. However, all the while, the Lord's constant companion was Nityananda Prabhu, from whom he could not bear to be to be separated. Lord Nityananda was always engrossed in the playful mood of a young boy. Vishvavara wholeheartedly reciprocated with him in the same spirit. In the same spirit. According to their particular fate, various devotees saw Lord Chaitanya appear before them in different incarnations. Matsya, Kurma, Vara. Vamana, Nisriva, etc. Some days the Lord was absorbed in the mood of the gopis. And he wept continuously, oblivious to the passage of time, to the passage of time. Other days, he felt like Uddhava or Akrura, while at other times he felt like Lord Balarama, and he demanded that wine be brought to him. Sometimes he was filled with the emotions of Lord Brahma, and he began chanting hymns, falling on the ground. Another time, feeling like Prahlada Maharaj. He offered prayers to the Supreme Lord In this way, Lord Chaitanya, he tasted and he floated on various waves of devotional ecstasy, observing the happiness of her son. Mother Sachi, she was extremely happy, and yet one dreadful thought continuously interrupted her cheerful mood. What, what if my son leaves home? Brushing such unpleasant thoughts aside, she said, "Dear son, go and take your bath in the Ganga. Mother, please, chant the holy names. Mother, please, chant the holy names. Krishna, Rama." And in every conversation with his mother, the Lord simply replied with one word, Krishna, Krishna. These super excellent transcendental pastimes of the Lord are all inconceivable. They cannot be understood by any amount of material calculation. Absolutely. One day, a wandering devotee of Lord Shiva, he passed by singing the glories of the Lord. While dancing blissfully round and round, hearing the singing of the Saivit, Sri Chaitanya suddenly appeared in the form of Lord Shiva with great matted locks of hair piled upon his head, jumping up on the singer's shoulders. He shouted loudly, "I am Sankara! I am Sankara!" Just a minute. Oh, boys. The people watched in amazement as the Lord said, "Purge," on the devotee's shoulders. And the Saivit continued playing upon a horn and the small hand drum. The Lord, he encouraged him to continue singing. That day, the fortunate devotee of Lord Shiva, he received the full benefit of purely glorifying Lord Shiva without offenses. The Supreme Lord, Guru Sundara, had said, had set upon his shoulders, regaining normalcy. The Lord then climbed down, and he offered alms. The singer devotee he left, feeling extremely grateful and satisfied. The devotee servants of Lord Gauranga, they shouted Lord Hari's name in exultation, feeling a surge of devotional ecstasy into Lord's company. The Lord said, "You, my brothers, please hear the essential conclusion of all the scriptures. Why should we waste our nights in useless activities? Let's make a firm resolution from today to spend our nights engaged in the most auspicious of all activities." Chanting the Lord's name by performing the congregational chanting of the holy name, all of us will drown in a divine deluge of devotional ecstasy. Like the gusting flood of Ganga, of Ganga Devi. Let the whole world be delivered by hearing the holy name. In that way, you will all become everyone's spiritual life giver and beloved treasure. The Lord's words, they breathed great joy into the Vaishnava's hearts. Lord Chaitanya had begun his Sankirtan pastimes. Every night, the Lord met the devotees at Srivas Pandita's house, and he performed kirtan. Some days, he would also meet in Chandrasekhara's house with so many devotees, the Lord's dear servants. They would attend the kirtan meetings that all their names cannot possibly be remembered. Lord Nityananda was there with Gadadhara Pandita, Advaita Acharya, Srivasa Pandita, Vidyaditi, Murari, Hiraya, Haridasa Thakura, Gangadasa, Vanamali, Vijaya, Nandana, Jagadananda Pandita, Buddhimanta Khan, Narayana Kashisvara, Vasudeva, Rama, Garudai, Govinda, Govinda Rama, Gopinata, Jagadisa, Sriman, Sridhara, Sadasiva, Pakrishvara, Srigarba, Suklamara, Brahmananda, Purusutama, Janjaya, Sanjaya, and others. The Lord was always surrounded by these devotees. who always accompanied him in kirtan and dancing. There was ecstatic, thunderous roars and loud kirtan rent the very limits of the material world. These kirtans, these kirtans agitated the envious atheists. They clapped their thighs, they jumped up, pouring out streams of profanity. Starting at night time, after a good bout of wine drinking, all this now loud howling and wild dancing is robbing us of our precious sleep throughout the entire night. These impostors entice women to themselves with their hypnotic enchantments and enjoy them the whole night. These atheists were consumed in their own fire of hate. However, the Lord Satchidananda Satchidananda, he danced in graceful ebullience. And as soon as the kirtan began, the Lord would enter trance and become oblivious to the phenomenal world. Dancing, he would fall to the ground with such great force that the earth quaked and cracked in many places. The devotees would look at him, stunned in fear. As the Lord's tender body contacted the heart surface, Sachimata would close her eyes, silently praying to Lord Govinda. Krishna, for the protecting of her son, Sachimata. She knew that Nimai was in spiritual trance. However, to her intense love for the Lord, she experienced great agony. She didn't know what action to take, so she earnestly prayed to the Lord. Oh Lord Krishna, please grant me this wish, that I will not know when Nimai hurls himself to the ground. Please grant me this mercy, Krishna. Although for Nimai there is no pain, but only actual blissfulness. I will be happy to remain unaware of all this. Lord Chaitanya, the Supreme Lord, he knew such other wishes. So accordingly, he he infused divine ecstasy in her. And as long as Lord Chaitanya performed kirtan and dancing, Mother Sachi, she entered a state of deep spiritual acceleration and became heedless of this material world. Unceasingly, the Lord spent these days in kirtan, and ecstatic dancing, surrounded by his followers. Many days, the devotees would collect in the Lord's house, and they begin loud, loud sankirtan. While the Lord immersed himself in dancing. Guru Maharaj, can I go to toilet for a minute? I laugh too much, you know. I will be right back. I'm sorry. I can't hear you.
Carry on. You feel like reading more? Do you feel?
Yeah.
Go for it. Yeah,
Good
go
for
for it.
you?
It's nice. Yeah, it's good for me. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Laying back and listening.
At times, the Lord exhibited his mood as the omnipotent supreme controller. And then at other times he wept in humility, saying, I am your servant. Dear readers, hear these variations about the Lord's transcendental ecstasies very attentively, for in the entire creation there is no one who can dance so gracefully as Lord Chaitanya. Similarly, the beautiful and exuberant singing of his associates, which accompanies his dancing, is also incomparable from early dawn on special days, such as Ekadasi, Dvadasi, and Vishnu Tattva appearances. Lord Chaitanya assembled all the devotees in Srivasa Pandita's house, and he began enchanting everyone with his jubilant dancing in that house of that most fortunate soul, Srivasa Pandita. A melodious tumult of the holy names of Govinda and Gopala went up into the atmosphere. Different Kirtan groups, they came forward from the assembled devotees. Srivasa Pandita headed one group, Mukunda another, and Govinda yet another. They all sang, and the Lord danced. Nityananda Prabhu, that great spiritual stalwart, he circumambulated the dancing Lord. While Advaitacharya still till he lifted the dust from the ground where the Lord danced and put it on his head. Gadadhara Pandita and others, they experienced divine acceleration, and they looked at the Lord with tearful eyes. Here now of how Kirtan was performed to accompany the Lord's magnificent dancing. Often the holy name was sung in Bhakti Jari Raga. If you want to say something, Guru Maharaj, just say it.
Oh yeah, I will. I'll chime in.
Sorry?
I'll chime in when I feel to.
The directions, they resounded. with the singing of the holy name. Govinda. Mahaprabhu. He danced in accompaniment, lost in his scintillating body movement. The devotees, they sang, Hari, O Rama, Hari, O Rama. Lord Chaitanya would begin to weep during the kirtan. His tears would continue for a minimum of an hour. His long tresses tossed about upon the ground, and he would not attempt to tie them. Only hearts of stone could remain unmoved by the sight. The devotees fell swooning to the ground, trying to reach out to the Lord. And when he began laughing, he would break out into carefree, effervescent mirth, which would infect everyone with ecstatic joy for hours. Lord Chaitanya, being surcharged with the mood of servitorship, would be unaware of his own divinity. Jubilantly, he would repeat, I am victorious. I am victorious. All the devotees would respond the same in chorus. At intervals, the Lord sang out so loudly that it sounded as if the entire universe would split open. And sometimes he became heavier than the earth, and it was impossible for anyone to hold him. And then, in a moment, he would lose. He must lose all his weight. Suddenly he was lighter than cotton wool, and he would be carried all around the house jubilantly on the shoulders of the devotees. The Lord frequently went into ecstatic trances on the smallest of provocations. This would put the devotees into anxiety, and they would chant Hari Hari loudly into his ears to awaken him. And then sometimes his entire body would shiver. Uncontrollably. His teeth would shatter.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I'm either going to go or read something else. Would you want to hear? I don't know. I'm just kind of yeah. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to try reading. I want to, if it's okay, I would like to try to read something else right now.
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. If it's time, let's see what time is it. Okay, read a little Gitam Ritam. Yeah. Let's see, Gitam Rita. Where are we at here? Okay. Gitam Rita. Oops. We were reading from chapter 9 before. Ah, here it is. Hare Krishna. Okay, so we're reading Most Confidential Knowledge. Krishna says, My dear Arjuna, I will reveal a secret about myself. This secret is difficult to understand, but I can reveal it to you because you won't find fault with me when I do. By understanding this knowledge, you will become free from the miseries of this material world. This knowledge is the king of all knowledge, and it is Bhakti is king. This knowledge is also king. It is the topmost secret because Bhakti is secret. It purifies one's existence so much that one need not to perform any other process because it gives direct perception of the self by realization. It is the perfection of religion. It is everlasting and joyfully performed. So Arjuna says, you have glorified this knowledge of bhakti, saying that it is wonderful and joyful to perform. But then why aren't people accepting it? Krishna says, because they do not have faith, Arjuna. They have no faith in bhakti, despite the fact that bhakti has been glorified. So there's, again, we're not only glorifying bhakti with words, but bhakti in deeds, bhakti in worship. Okay? And people, they understand it because they have no faith. Even, you see, it shows you that's why this is a different level of devotional service. It's simply because people don't have faith. What is being glorified in that verse and all these verses and everything we're doing here is this kind of bhakti. But people don't follow it, even in religion, even in Vaishnavism, because they have no faith. Simple, isn't it? They have no faith in this. This is a simple thing of faith. That's why it's always been this way. When deliverance is on this world, the deliverer always says, like what Jesus said, faith in my word will take away all sin. you'll be delivered by faith. Those who have faith in me and my word. Okay? So the word, it's actually God's word. It's and they just know the essence. You see, devotees, when they read these verses, they know what the writer knows. You can see it. That's why, people who have studied the books here, like Johann and Janaki and anyone else that's coming here. They study Freddie. And then now when they hear them, they really get it. See, because it's all, you hear the description of where it's all going, the essence. It's always about bhakti, man. It's always about devotion. You see how the verse is glorifying, Krishna himself is glorifying bhakti. Yeah. Yeah. Without it, you can't understand the scriptures. You can't understand Krishna. You can't understand what he likes. You can't understand what he wants. Right? It's all by faith. You see, they don't have faith in those who are actually glorifying the path of bhakti. And that's why you see this is the finishing work, because Prabhupada, even though he didn't speak about it so much, he knew it was headed in this direction. His books are teaching that. Okay? And the only reason why he did not just maximize glorifying bhakti, like that verse is, see, these are coming from the areas who just put it out. See? And they put it out with their word, and then people got ecstatic devotion because that was the word. See? That was the word. That was the reality that was being awakened. See, create, you could say created, but it's not created. It's just awakened because it's always there. Bhakti is eternal. It's the only thing that is eternal. See? So those who have in this preaching here, this word out here, which is awaken the reality of this body. See, we'll get it. See, now, and then you see, that's the faith that you need. That's why that's all you need. That's why Amy's happy. He just has faith in this. See? That's how simple. The Amy, I use her as an example, and that goes for everybody here that has what we're doing, gets a deeper experience of the absolute truth than these biggest gurus who have no faith in what we're preaching. Okay? All they get, they're just, going on what Prabhupada preached about rules, regulations, temples, all that. And at best, maybe they talk about the conjugal stuff about Radhe, Radhe, Radhe. But they have no faith in this bhakti when it's manifest. See? Narayan Raj didn't have any faith in this bhakti. Do you believe it? This is my actual experience of interaction with him. Personal. People, they can't believe I say these things. But this is real. You're all in fantasy land, what you think he is and what he is. But he had no faith in this bhakti. He had no faith in the bhakti. He told my disciples, oh, Gaurahari doesn't have real bhakti. Oh, what is this? Talk about an expose. Gaurahari doesn't have any. First of all, he never even saw it. None of it wasn't even open to it. But that was on, and they all went to him because he has lots of followers. He had a nice sannyas, thunderbolt, renunciate. But Gaurahari has no real bhakti. Radhanath said the same thing. Oh, he doesn't have any real bhakti. He's not in a disciplined line. Go to Narayan Raj. They were in cahoots, I guess. He's in the real line. See? Nobody knows.
They don't do research. That's why.
Yeah, they don't. Well, they can't research because you need to meet the devotee. You need to meet the devotee. They're researching and what Narayan Raj reading the scriptures and everything. But you got to go through the real associates to get this. Otherwise, you just don't. Yeah.
I mean, that's research. Go and watch you and listen.
You have to interact with the actual devotees. I mean, this is actually real. I mean, this is what the big sannyasis can't understand. This is what Narayan Raj's sannyasis and they can't get that because they have no faith in real bhakti. They don't know what it is. This is why you see why it's so rare. Yeah, it's so rare to preach like this. This is what why the acharyas were holding back. Prabhupada knew God brothers had no real bhakti. He even said they're fourth class. He said it. It's right there in the books. These my God brothers. There's hardly one that wasn't envious of him. He said there was just one that he would consider not envious of him. Did they all, it's how you react to the devotee. It tells everything. They truly represent that God, that personality. See, the real devotees like Vishwanath Chakravarti, like Prabhupada, like Bhakti Vinod, they really represent that true God, and nobody else does. They're all trying to. They're all striving to. They may be, I just want to be guru. I just want to be an intimate associate. I want to be, and I'm going to chant 1 lakh a day to do it. Or I'm going to go through a guru who can't really get me there. Okay? But they don't have faith in those who have bhakti. That's why I see my Prabhupada said, they don't have faith in what I'm doing. They're envious of me and jealous. They're still caught up in the false ego. And they had the big names, acharyas and all that, and the fluff and the pomp. But they didn't have the jewel. Okay? See, we got the jewel here. And most still don't have faith. I'm only saying this for the benefit. Maybe somebody in the Rhythum Raj group. See, they're going to die without this bhakti. You only get it here that I've seen. If you can't get it from Narayan Raj and Radhanath and Jaipataka, where else are you going to get it? Yeah, this is a chance for you guys. You can come here and see with your own eyes if that bhakti is here. And then you read the books and you'll understand what Narayan Raj could not awaken, or Radhanath or any of those guys. You'll understand what they couldn't put in your heart. Well, prove it if you have the greed. If not, just go and die a good person and go to the demigods. A lot of nice, good devotees in the Narayan Raj group and Viscon. They're good devotees. Good. If you want to just good is good for you. If you got no real spiritual greed, you don't want to know what Lord Chaitanya came to teach and show and demonstrate, well, don't come here. Just stay in your little groups. If you really want to know what Radha and Krishna are doing and Lord Chaitanya was doing, well, if you come here, you'll learn, you'll discover, because there's no other way but the real devotees, and they're very rare. Very rare, rare, rare. 1 out of millions knows Lord Chaitanya. That's what I've seen from personal experience, going to India so many times, talking to this guru and that guru, and taking initiation from 4 different Gaudiya Vaishnava, 5. Each one couldn't add anything. Nothing but Prabhupada's books, and the Goswami books. Yeah. That's what it's all about. Faith. See, faith in real bhakti when it's here and being not hidden. Like gold can be there's a lot of gold in the world, right? Say gold hasn't been mined. There's a lot there in the ground. Can you just go walk up to it and pick it up? Yeah, go find it. And it's rare, right? Hard to find. If it wasn't so scarce and rare, it'd be easy. Everybody go picking up gold, right? But they don't. $1,800 an ounce for a little piece of metal. It's rare. So this bhakti is even more rare. Hundreds of times more rare. Once every 4,320,000,000 years, do you see what you see in this Sangha, man? At around that time frame when Lord Chaitanya is here, and afterwards, as long as his glories are sung by real devotees. And they're rare. That's why when he disappeared, it started to peter out. Where is it? 500 years. Practically nowhere to be found. People lose faith because then it goes, into religion. Always does that. Goes into religion, and it gets mixed up and alloyed. And then even, it's just people lose interest. Why do you like things that aren't? See, people, it's all about what's scarce. You know what wealth, you know the definition of money and wealth? It's got to be scarce. See? It's got to be scarce to be wealth. See? So this bhakti is very scarce. But the thing about it, if it becomes common, it's always wealth. Doesn't diminish in value like money. That's why they're always looking for something to make money that's scarce. See, because otherwise its worth will be diminished. But with Lord, it's different. See, his wealth he never diminishes. This wealth it just increases. See? Especially when others look at it, we have friends now. We have friendships. Don't you feel your wealth is increased? My wealth is increased with my friends. Yeah, it's just more joy in the world. This is the only real joy. You see what she was reading. Can you imagine being around with that kind of kirtans and those kinds of devotees? Yeah. Well, this is as close to I've seen. I was watching the kirtan. Devotee in Florida. You might have saw some of it. And I can't. It's so dead. They just going around, and the sannyasis, no life in them, walking around in a circle. Ding, bang, 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 clang, clang, clang. No real life. I mean, they can't help it, but it just is what it is. That's religion. That's bhakti. That's that's what they got, and people, they just go and bang, 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 this best they got. Where I go to these, when these Mangal Artiks, so boring, man. Just the deities there and everybody's, no life, no real life. I mean, to me, I'm into life, man. It's too much. I guess I've just spoiled, man. Lord Chaitanya spoiled me. He's shown me what real life is, what real grace is. And I was just looking for somebody, to confirm it. Yeah, I go to Narayan Raj, I go to Radhanath, and I go to all of them. They all reject it, every one of them. Radhakund Babaji's reject it. So that's how it is. That's because it's scarce. Lord Chaitanya was also rejected. They told his mother, he's a bad son. Look at this ex. What is this? They thought it was some nerve damage or something, epilepsy. Throw him in the Ganga, drown him. What do you need a son like that? It's crazy. Anyway, this is the rare thing about bhakti, and so that's why the Witness program. You guys are coming and listening and seeing and liking, and then you're getting it and going through, the happiness of you find it saying witness. Yeah, this is real life, but real life is uncommon in the material world universe, not world only universe. To see real life outside, see, this is like a ball. With coverings. You ever seen these different coverings? Or a tree, you see all these different circles. These are all like the coverings of the unit. And to penetrate all those coverings into the spiritual dimension is rare. These books are rare. These glorifications coming from beings, they're like, aliens, and even more so. Because aliens come from inside this world, inside this universe. These personalities come from outside the universe and into this universe. That's the only way it's going to wake up is because they come in, and we're connected with that. See? That's why Krishna says, Arjuna says, how come people, they just don't, why don't they? You're saying how glorious bhakti is and all this, because it is. How come people don't just take it up? Because Arjuna, they just don't have faith. See? But you see, people get faith here, don't they? Now, the ones the Lord, who really want the truth and really are seeking it, seek and ye shall find. And they come here and they really search out and check it out really deeply. They get it. See? They get faith because the Lord gives them help. You get increasing devotional experiences. you start to penetrate these verses, and it's wonderful to know the scriptures, to really know them, to commune with them, because they're God. That's how you commune. That's why it's called sadhu sangha. Communing. What do we put between us? Here is the Lord's verses. His name. Yeah. What do we got here? We got some conversation going here. It's so rare when it manifests, people reject it. Oops. Let's see. Oops. Back to messages. Okay. I hit the wrong buttons here. Okay, what do we got going here? Govinda Narayana Jayapatak don't understand what Hanuman and his army monkeys understand. Exactly, because they have bhakti. People, the Vaishnavas are not awakened yet. This is the first fruits of that awakening for whoever comes, and however long it lasts, yeah. So, I mean, it's not, people say, oh, that's real offensive. Don't you ignite? Sorry, well, hey, man, I have personal experience, man. I interacted with these persons. I seen how they react. And it shows you that the only reason why this bhakti is rare is because it's a faith thing. And that's what your witness is. That's why people need to see. Radhanath needs to see. Okay. Narayan Raj followers need to see, oh, wow, look at a little waitress here or a housewife. Look at all that real bhakti that I've been reading about that. See, that's, then their faith can spring up that what we're doing is real. They just don't have faith in it. Yeah. It shows you when Krishna was here, you think everybody had faith in him? He would do phenomenal things, and still they didn't have faith in him. A lot of people. Because they just weren't, they didn't have faith. They didn't have that. They weren't ripe for that. So, yeah. But some did, and look at the Pandavas. They would also glorify Krishna, and at the assembly, half the assembly took up arms. They wanted to shut them up and kill Krishna. How dare you glorify Krishna? Can you imagine? Krishna was there. They knew he lifted Govardhan Hill. He was so famous from heroic deeds. They're still envious and jealous. Yeah. So it's not surprising people have no faith in what we're doing. Okay? But it doesn't matter. I'm going to keep preaching because this is how faith is developed, is by preaching. People got to see. You have, isn't this kind of uncommon? Who speaks about things like this? Who laughs at gurus, or laughs at their path? Laughs at anybody. I laugh at anybody that doesn't have faith in this kind of bhakti, because your paths are all laughable. You have a long road ahead of you. All you famous teachers, famous guys, Tony Robbins, it's all laughable to me. Buddhists, all of that. You're a long road, man. You come here, you shorten the trip out of this universe. Cycle of birth, finished, gone. That's just what do you call it? The side benefit. You get to experience what those beings outside of this universe experience. And it's good. And we're here to show it, man. How else are we going to preach this? They got to see there's something different about what we're doing. How is he poo-pooing even Narayan Raj's thing? That's all. I'm just saying, but it's nothing. It's laughable. You guys are doing the hard way, all your austerities, and don't restricting, no eat this, no eat that, and then radhe without the feeling, without the pure ecstasy. It's laughable. Prabodhana did it. Why shouldn't I do it? Prabodhana did it, and people got ecstatic back. They developed faith. Oh, maybe he must be doing something different. He's laughing at every other path. Gohar is doing the same thing. I'm telling you, I'll prove. You come here for 30 days. If you really want to know the truth, I'll prove that everything else is laughable. But what this kind of rare preaching, rare demonstration, prove it. Yeah. But most people, they don't have the faith to even do that. They're weak. Many Vaishnavas are weak. See, the strength doesn't come. You get some strength doing rules regularly, he's just kind of regulated mode of goodness. But this is real strength, man. This is strength from it's like you're now a ray charged up by the sun. Can you imagine? People can't even imagine. You are the son of God in this world. The son. Forget about bodily man, woman thing. Sun, light in this. While I'm in this world, I'm the light of the world. Didn't Jesus say that? See, the devotees, they bring in the sun, the transcendental sun that's shining in the spiritual dimension, and it's not a material object. It's Krishna. It's love of Krishna in there. That's their sun, and you're one of those here in this world. No wonder people don't understand us very easily. It's an uncommon thing to see suns in this world. Everybody's reflecting the darkness of the world. See, they're in touch. Their sun is the sun. They're sun worshipers. They worship, in India, they have sun worshipers. They worship, behold, the sun, the glowing ball. That's not strong enough to dissipate the darkness of ignorance in people's hearts. You think that's bright? That ain't bright enough, man. You need conclusive truth. You need real bhakti, this glorious bhakti that Lord Krishna is glorifying in that verse. That's what's needed. The realizations that come, the real bhakti Vedantas have to come before you. Where their Vedanta comes from, purebhakti.com. Not com, comes through them. You could see something different and special, unique. See, as it is. See, they bring you the spiritual world, put it on a platinum platter, and you eat off that platter, man. Real food, man. You're become royalty. You eat food that nobody else can eat. None of these gurus can eat it. People, you come here, you're given real food on a beauty. It's like you're part of the royalty here. Even that's why this is such a powerful message and truth. Yeah, the apostles of Jesus were like royalty because they had the Holy Spirit that none of the Pharisees had. You people in Maya, man, practically everybody, you're all practically in Maya out there, in religion, in Vaishnavism. You're out there glorifying these persons as something special. And while we're eating off royal plates, real royal food for royal beings, royalty of the spiritual dimension, we're able to eat that food. Even the demigods, if they have intelligence, would be listening. Maya, it turns everything in reverse. You glorify fools as smart people. Yeah. People who are not from the spiritual world, they're the only people you should be interested in. I mean, ideally. I like to speak in ideals because they can be realized here. They just have to be actualized and clarified. What is the ideal life? The ideal life is seek the path of Hari Bhakti. Didn't I just read that? I like the ideal life. Just seek the path of Hari Bhakti. And hey, man, let's clarify that. That devotee, man, they're Hari Bhakti personified. Have you noticed? See? Devotion, Hari, Bhakti. Bhakti for Hari. Yeah, devotion for Krishna. And that's simply put, listen up, you Advaita Bhaktas, you ISKCONers, and all of you, and all you groups. Listen up, man. If you don't chant the holy name in ecstasy, You're not a real guru in our line. And that's just the point. If you don't pick up the Hare Krishna mantra and prove you're from Vrindavan and you have the bhav and ecstasy and the understanding that they have, you're not a real guru in our line. And that's the simple fact. You prove me wrong. Nobody can. Okay? You see our little checklist. This proves you wrong. No, I ain't checklist. Give me it. Into the wastebasket. That's how eternal that checklist is. Piece of friggin' paper. You need some truth is written in their heart, man. You open their chest. You don't have to open their chest. The chest is open and you see their heart. You see their quality. I don't need no paper on the wall to show the qualification to preach what's being preached here. Just open the heart. I don't need to take the rib cage and all that. We'll just show you there's no boundary for the transcendental heart. The spirit is not in the jurisdiction of the body. That's why you can see this bhakti.
We can hear their bhakti on the way how they preach.
Exactly, if it's there or not. Replying, what is this? You don't eat your meat. Oops, what is this? It's so rare. Oh God, I keep hitting these wrong things. Sorry about that. I felt like I didn't have faith in anything before becoming a part of this amazing group and this amazing path and movement. You know why? Because, naturally, this is probably from lifetimes, because naturally you're looking. And you got to be impressed. That's what I was looking. I want to have faith. I want to have faith because I knew, it's all about God. I knew that since the 70s. But I wasn't, need to be clear. Okay, so I'm looking to have faith. I go to Narayan Raj. I just didn't have faith. It wasn't as conclusive I was looking for the perfect thing. Really something really represented. I went into ISKCON to look for that. I went to Tamal Krishna to look for it. I went to the Radhakund Babaji, two gurus there for the perfect thing. I just didn't get it. Hey, so you're looking. Maharaj Pariksha was also looking. He was looking. See? And he finally found at the end of his life, right? The last 7 days, he found the Krishna's arrangement. Yeah. See, and Shukadev Goswami found from his father. He came in a liberated soul. He was liberated. He was detached, and he was on the level of liberation. And then he became even more deeper into it by listening to the Bhagavatam from his father. Then he became a real devotee beyond Brahman realization. And then he spent his whole life going to this house, being around those. Nobody recognized him. Just like here, right? Nobody recognized him. They didn't listen. He didn't preach. Nobody would listen. They thought he was crazy. Just give him some milk and send him on his way. Then he got the opportunity to preach because somebody had faith in real bhakti. Oh, isn't that funny? It's always the same friggin' path. Faith in real bhakti is the person bhakti. Yeah, Maharaj Pariksha said, I'm going to listen to you, man. I have faith in you. I have faith in real bhakti. See? Then that Bhagavatam is that conversation of two faithful persons, speaker and hearer. See? Many saints have been made from that Bhagavatam. It's like in the Bible. You have the same thing, right? You have a speaker that has faith in their realization. They have these fishermen who came and tax collector who had faith in the personification of real bhakti, Jesus Christ. Who did Jesus have to have faith in? No, he didn't need it. He came, brought it in. As soon as he got the scriptures, everything was revealed. Yeah. Bhaktivinoda was saying, no, they're all the same. Everybody here, and then people get the chance to become like them. Otherwise, there's no chance. You can't get out of this Maya on your own. You can't get it on with those who are caught by Putana, think they represent Vrindavan and don't. You can't. No. Doesn't work. You got to find the real authentic. See, authentic, not replicas, not imitations, not imposters. The real authentic thing, the authentic person used by the authentic Krishna and to be delivered. And when you start seeing people getting delivered because they have faith in a real devotee that's a real bhakta with real bhakti and real knowledge, real transcendental knowledge, then people start to take notice. It's that simple. Okay? That's our Sadhu Sangha program. You know, people that are meant to, they listen to one class, they can develop the faith like that. Because Krishna's in their heart. And if they've been looking for this, you know, like Amy, you know, she said, I've been looking around, you know, everybody, we need to, faith, we have to repose our faith on something because it's all about that. Otherwise, we can't live without faith. You have to have faith in something. Even a drunk on the street has faith in his alcohol, right? I have faith. This is going to make me happy every day. And he the same over and over again. That faith is going to make me happy. See? But rare is the person that, no, I have faith that Krishna is going to make me happy. Faith that Bhakti is going to make me happy. You know, and I ain't got it. So therefore, where do I get it, Lord? And then he directs you to the devotee. He's seated in the hearts of everybody, directing the wanderings of everybody, and instills faith. Oh yeah, go to that devotee and get it. Hey, get what you want, man. What do you want? I want to commune. I want to penetrate God, man. I want the script. This is what they said with Jesus. Jesus said, "What do you want to follow me?" The first followers, I want to follow you, Jesus. Why? Because I want the scriptures written in my heart. I want to feel them. I want to penetrate them. I don't want them just to be scriptures that I listen to some hypocritical Pharisees who have some mundane motive for being with and doing what they do. They ain't life. I want life, man. You got life in you, man. I want that life in me. Isn't that? Yeah. The whole thing is, I am here so that you can get life in you. Right? I have life in me. This is life. There's no other life. You ain't got this. You ain't got life. Life is love for the scriptures, love for God's name, man. Only life. If you don't have that, you're not alive yet. You're not born. That's why Jesus said you got to be born again. Yeah, these Vaishnavas got to be born again. They're not born yet. Gurus included. You know, none of them have proved that they're born. You know. So anyway, that's our work. You know, to be like midwives, you know, insist in the birth of human beings and make the divine transition. You see, it needs some care, doesn't it? You got to go from material feeling. Can you imagine the transition you got to make from material feelings to spiritual feelings? They don't go there, man. That's why it's Vaidhi Bhakti out there in all these groups. They can't go. They can help devotees. They haven't done it themselves to go from material feelings to the level of spiritual feelings for God. This is a big transition. It's a wonderful one. It's the only one that's going to make you happy because this other stuff. Material feeling, look where it's getting everybody bonded to material things, and material things are not alive. See? And you're putting all your faith in material things that are not alive. See? We put our faith, I put my faith in spiritual objects that are alive. The name is alive, man. It's a living being. Isn't it? You know, Lalita knows every day chanting, it's a living being, living potency. Yeah. It's God. You know, there's one lady, you know, yesterday, she's a Christian now. She used to be a Vaishnava, but nobody could awaken her, you know, because they can't. They don't have the power. So she goes to Jesus. And she's still not quite, she's still not, she can maybe get better feeling because it's at least some life in that. But she said, why are you chanting over and over? You don't have to chant. Don't you see it said in the scripture, you don't have to repeat the name. I said, I like to repeat the name. I like communing with that name. That name is called devotional service. Okay? Devotional service, not only do I benefit, anybody who hears the chanting benefits. So why wouldn't I want to do something that is really, really important and really a welfare work for the world? This chanting this name in ecstasy is the only thing that's going to make anybody really happy. It's the only thing why you will see that every other path is worthless and useless for all intents and purposes. Go ahead. What?
Yeah, but Christians, real Christians who understand, they glorify Jesus, they glorify Holy Spirit, they repeat the name as well. They repeat the name of the devotee.
Yeah, exactly. They do. And they don't know what they're doing as well. See?
No.
They're doing that, and they say, well, we don't need to do that, but they do it. They're reading the scriptures over and over. That's the name. See, the name of God, defined even in the Bible dictionary, is all to do with his name and his pastimes and activities, character, and attributes, just like in Vaishnavism. So why wouldn't you remember? It's all about remembering those things because there's life in that remembrance. Why do you think people go to movies? They want to get some life out of the remembrance of these activities that they're doing. But it's not really, these activities are mundane and material. People can't see their counterpart. See? Yeah, there's no real life in bodies coming together and going after material goals. That's what movies are. Basically, they represent, and maybe they have some teaching in them if you find something good. But usually there's no, there's just bodies meeting bodies. Maybe some moral teachings, but it's all to do with the body, material body, or material character. Still, moralities. And okay, fine. But we're into the finish. This is we transcend even that. Why not? You can. Go with the real nectar because that's still material. All you can do is be a nice big demigod, or around the demigods who are nice moral persons and they act, but they're still into the body, man. They still got some kind of material body. It could be a body of fire, but it's still material. Something of the elements is still a covering. See, this is the amazing path that we're on. Even in these material bodies, you penetrate all the coverings and act it. The Lord comes and meets us in the grace. We have the grace. The Lord comes inside us. See, we're in the Lord anyway, but the Lord is usually not in most people. It says, Bhagavad Gita says that. See, but we're one of the few beings here where the Lord is inside. See, this is where you get truth. See, nobody knows those devotees know what the Lord knows. They know the essence of truth, essence of understanding, what life is about. See, we've got all of our tools to trade. Come to us, come here. We'll do a trade with you. You come here, trade in your material coverings, and we'll give you spiritual coverings. They're better. They're longer lasting. What do you want to, you trade in all these material. That's basically, we're just doing trades with people. They come here, we're doing trader, you bring all your material coverings and we'll give you back spiritual covering. Or there's no covering there, actually. It's spiritual. It uncover you. We'll give you a spiritual uncovering. How's that? That's better. You come here, give us your material coverings, and we'll give you spiritual uncoverings. Uncover your spirit form. because everything else in this life failed me or seemed to be false and empty. Yeah. Isn't that, see, that's intelligence. She's been analyzed. She's been comparing. Everything has failed her. You've probably put faith. I've also put faith in material things that I thought were, oh yeah, this is going to do it. And it all fails. Okay. That's why I say this is a great time for preaching, because people's shelters are failing them. They're, eventually they're going to see the government is failing them. Okay. And so then they can, give them opportunity. You come here, you'll see Radha and Krishna will never fail you. Everything else is destined for failure. But see, they won't fail us. Why? Because it's the truth. And they're eternal. And then because we have their shelter, we become eternal. We become really cleansed of all these material coverings by their grace, by tasting this path. Yeah. See, having real faith is a priceless and wondrous concept to know and feel, and why I'm really grateful to have been given the opportunity to experience it. Boy, what a realization she gets from the mouth of babes. Jesus spoke. He also said, he said, I got to find that verse because it's really nice, because he was praying to the Father. He was saying, Father, these Pharisees and these bigwigs out here that people respect and think they're so great, but you're giving the truth into the mouths of babes. The realization, the understanding into babes, people that aren't anything, nothing special to the world. See? And the Lord likes it. And actually, that's really beneficial for these people who think they got it. They think they've arrived, but they haven't. See? They need to see people who have really arrived. They need to see the babes, the lower class people getting this wonderful bhakti. Then they start to think, wow, look at us, our pujas, look at how far they just came and had faith in where real bhakti is being manifested, where the real God is being manifested, the real goddess is being manifested of devotion. They just have faith in that place and they go there for the sacrifice. And here we're doing our mundane material sacrifices and fire sacrifices and taking our disciples and giving them these material threads, it's in the mode of goodness, but still, it's still not good enough. And give the bananas in the fire. Let the banana burn, not their karma. That's just symbolic. It's just like this. We just give out wafers and grape juice for your communion. I'm sorry, that's the extent of the communion us priests can do. Come get your wafer and we'll chase it down, that dry wafer, with a little grape juice. And now you've just listened to my voice. You've communed with God. See, that's all we can do for you. And by the way, we'll get you to keep you busy with a bunch of rules and regulations and ceremonies to idle away your time. See? The real devotees come here to break the idols. See? Idol. Oh, this is like, and the people, they go to become an entertainer, to become an idol. See? And then if they're really good, they get an idol, right? The Oscar. And they actually know, this is esoteric. They know about this stuff. This is all about this. That's why they made these idols. You see, and they even talk about this stuff. It's just an idol. See, they're an idol, and they have an idol. They got a gift of an idol because they're idols. This is Krishna showing us. You guys are doing idolatry. You're worshiping things that are not alive yet. Even these entertainers and all that. Oh, he's so great. They're all mundane still. Our books, in essence, they say, worship the devotees, man. Believe in devotees. Believe their word. Their word is trustworthy because it truly does come from God. It reveals the truth about the Lord. It reveals the essence of everything that nobody knows. Just have faith. See, that's what she's saying. I found a place like that. Yeah. She found a place that's not going to fail her. And, the time will go on. She'll see, that this hasn't failed me yet. This kind of worship is unfailing. Yeah. Just inspiring every day. Yeah. Inspire to worship the Lord like this. What, 4 hours already? Lolita, she's just getting rolling, man. She'll sit there and relish mellows all day. It looks like. I have to start. Okay, let's get some philosophy.
Not all day, Guru Maharaj. I have my limitations,
You got to imitate. Yeah, that's right. Of course. Look, we still got 5 people here. Maybe more. I don't know. It might be more. Yes, the Lord definitely directed me to you. I asked for the truth and understanding of the actual nature of my reality, and I was led directly to this Sangha, completely awe-inspired by the divine preaching. Oh, yeah. Yeah. See, this is, how they have the thing, a fan of this person, fans. People are very fortunate if you become a fan of a devotee's preaching. Because usually people are fans of mundane gurus, even mundane spiritual, but still material. They're a fan of this guru and that guru. But one is very fortunate if you're a fan of a preacher of ecstatic devotion. That's what it's all about. The Lord is just looking for that, man. He wants to see who's a fan of ecstatic devotees. Because if you are, you don't have, nobody has to tell you, how happy you are, because inside. And that's how you get to see. I'm just a fan of Rupa Goswami. I'm a fan of a living guru, if you find one, preaching the glories of the Lord. I'm a fan there. And then you start to get inner transcendental experience. And then you see all the little whippersnappers come, all the so-called scholars come. And what are you doing there? This is not true. Don't you see Prabhupada said this and all this? And you think, hey, man, why are you trying to invalidate my internal experience, which is very strong? See? That's how it works. See? You got to get such a strong experience of truth, see, and the truth of bhakti, the truth of truth, that when these people come and they don't really know, and you see they don't know. Oh, they just don't know. What are you going to do? Children. Yeah, and then you go on and preach, and whoever listens to you is delivered. They get the same kind of thing. See, you're a good example there, Amy, for people. They should read your messages. Yeah. Yeah. That's how it is. It's just like that. Okay. You see, when you find the treasure, what do you think the pearl of great price Jesus was talking about? That's the devotee, man. The pearl of great price is a pearl, man. That's the Lord's pearls. See? All paths lie upon Krishna like, but there's one pearl, the best of all. That's bhakti, man. That's devotion to Krishna. That's love of God. See? All these other paths, okay, yeah, they're on there, but very slow. I'm not here to say, oh, that's nice you're doing that path. Oh, it's nice you're following that guru. Oh, it's nice you're a devotee of this and devotee of them. And oh, it's nice. No, I'm here. Hey, man, we got the best of all pearls, man. Real bhakti is the pearl. See? Pearl of great price. These other pearls are not so worth anything. This is the pearl of great price. Devotion to Krishna and finding the path to it, finding the presence of it in this world. That's the price. You found the pearl of great price. Not some mental image. You found the thing solid, man. Substance. Man, I found the pearl, man, and it's manifest. It's alive. It's in the world now. See? Not some pearl in this kingdom of God out there, over there. Is it in this little Jaipataka or them or Radhana? They're the pearl. No, when you find that pearl, man, I see Amy's compared enough of these other things that are claiming to be pearls and putting faith in, just always fail. Hey. Oh. You know why? Because the transcendental Lord ain't using them yet. They feel responsible. I failed this city. You failed this city. You failed me. I failed you. And it's always I, me, mine trip, Absolutely. Who's this Facebook user? Absolutely. Taste the name.
Sounds like Janaki.
Absolutely. Taste the words of truth through the ears and they dance in your heart. Who is this unknown admirer? Who is this fan of ours here? That's Srila Gaur Haridas Avadut. Those willing to hear, he is the walking, talking Shukadev, now here today. Submission. Tell us who you are, Facebook user. Yeah. So anyway, that's yeah. Pearl of great price. It takes on new dimensions. That's why I love Sadhu Sangha, because the Lord just keeps revealing and deepening. Just fluffing out. Just gets more and more. Okay, I think that's good enough for a while. I'm gonna move around a little bit.
For a while, Guru Maharaj.
Yeah. Of course, we'll probably have Java Japa in a little bit. Maybe Lalita was inspired to do another 2 hours. Who knows?
No. Thank you. Maybe later.
You doing Sankirtan out there or thinking about it?
Yeah. But I just arrived. I have a lot to do. Actually, I'm in quarantine.
You what?
I'm in quarantine. I can't leave the house.
Oh, you can't leave. Will they check on you and everything? Or who knows? Yeah. Are you in the computer or they have a...
Yeah. They send me messages. They send Balaram messages.
Really? Send him messages.
Yeah, because they know where I'm coming from. It's it's...
Really? What do they send you a message? It's like, are you at home? Is that they...
No, they found out that where I had to give my address, etc. So when I arrived, I had to go for a second test, and in the 15th for the third test. And meanwhile, they sent messages that I am not allowed to leave the house until the 15th. But I need to go and buy it.
Till the 15th. Oh, it's getting close to the 15th. So you're almost there. With crazy stuff, huh?
If they catch me singing, it's already not allowed to sing here.
Oh yeah, just unnecessarily.
No.
Yeah, you can sing on the computer. Sing to the people on the computer. Okay, my friends. We'll see you later. Have a nice morning. Thank you very much for the opportunity to speak about absolute truth, eternal truth, and be a little wild about it. All right. Bye-bye.